All praises to the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahushai Ba'ashem Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone, and shalom to the Bakiyar. I want to report on one of Esau's latest crimes against humanity in this toxic spill. All right, which are there are countless accounts of in his track record. All right, of this man, mainly the so-called fucking white man. All right, Caucasian, from whatever nation you want to pull out of a hat, has been guilty of these type of acts. All right, goddamn Germans, Russians, so-called Americans, the same motherfuckers, man, when taking into consideration their origin. Like these fucking bird brains over here in the Western world. All right, just think that you guys just appeared out of thin air over here. Okay, so the world is now coming to the understanding that this is the devil, that this is one that is contrary to all life. When you look at that word, Satan, meaning adversarial. He's adversarial to all life. All right, and even in that, being the accuser as well. In the definition of being Satan, he is accused of the earth, all the other nations, of crimes against humanity, when he is the one that has committed these acts the most in the history of mankind. All right, and his exposure is being turned up on the highest level imaginable, man. He's gained his through craft and deception has he been able to prosper. All right, but now is the time when this motherfucker is being revealed. Okay, he's being revealed through the mouth of by the mouth of the prophets, and then like you have in this case, by his own tongue and by his own deeds. All right, this was a U.S. nuclear plant management admit to a radioactive leak. A Minnesota facility disclosed a tritium water spill after applying for a license extension. So they actually divulged that this fuck up, they divulged it, or whether it was intentional or not. They actually admitted it on their application. Okay, like it says here, to extend their license. So he's causing this man's tongue to fall upon himself, because unbeknownst to the masses of the people, every one of the Most High's creation, every last fucking soul on this planet, is under the orders of the Heavenly Father. Okay, and even any thought, anything that they drum up in their mind was influenced by the Most High. Okay, let alone your actions and your deeds or your steps and your maneuvers, the shit you actually carry out. All right, it was influenced by the Heavenly Father. Okay, so these things are happening by his orchestration. Okay, so we're gonna pull up what tritium is real quick. But if you remember, there was a documentary that came out in 2018 called "The Devil We Know." All right, and the devil we know that the world is coming to know is that Esau Edom, the spiritual demon Satan, is linked to an actual people. Okay, and there's an actual fucking villain on the planet, and it's the so-called white man, woman, and child, the Caucasians, man. All right, the cave dwellers, which is even exposure is mad exposure even in the name that he gave himself, or that he's deemed as to this day. All right, the Caucasian going back to a cave dweller. See, tritium is a rare and radioactive isotope of hydrogen with the half-life of about 12 years. Okay, and half-life is the time that it takes for the radioactivity of an isotope to to um, to fall to half of its value. Okay, so or half of its radioactivity level. See, so and this thing is fucking toxic to the human body. So this being in a water source or in a natural, pretty much habitat, where humans and animals dwell, is is counterintuitive. All right, it's fucking against nature. It's wicked. It's destructive. All right, and you're gonna see that just like him tampering this shit with the things that this man has done in the earth, is he was never supposed to do. The Most High never had it. Um, it is in his mind for his creation to be doing shit like this down here. Okay, but he is the perfect villain to carry these things out. Naturally occurring tritium is extremely rare on Earth. The atmosphere has only trace amounts formed by the interaction of its gases with cosmic rays. And it can be produced artificially by irradiating lithium metal or lithium-bearing ceramic pebbles in a nuclear reactor, and it's a low-abundance byproduct in normal operations of nuclear reactors. Okay? All wicked. All shit that he wasn't supposed to be doing in the form of manipulating the elements. If anything, it's supposed to be for the purposes of healing. Okay? But even at that point, the Most High didn't tell us to go experimenting with shit. Okay? Scriptures talk about how the Most High created man upright, but he sought out many inventions. All right, the Most High had things very simple, and things that were even in this hell, right? The fall of man, the man having to work to the sweat of his brow, women having childbearing, that hell that men fell into. Um, it's even pretty simple, and the few things that he gave to us pleasurable, it was straight. I'm not gonna say it was good, but it was straight, you know. But this man had to come through and introduce all kind of different inventions and unnecessary uh, things into the environment, creations. All right, into society. It says tritium is used as the energy source in radioluminescent lights for watches. Unnecessary. Okay, we're not going to be having that in the kingdom. Gun sights. It says numerous instruments and tools, and even novelty items such as self-illuminating keychains. No need for any of that shit. Okay, and all of that is against the scriptures. We're supposed to have fucking a flame as the light source. We're not going to be having a goddamn lamps. All right, and fluorescent light bulbs in the kingdom, man. All right. It says it is used in a medical and scientific setting as a radioactive tracer which is wicked. All right. It says tritium is also used as a nuclear fusion fuel, along with more abundant deuterium in tokamak reactors and in hydrogen bombs. Okay. So this is definitely something that shouldn't be ingested um, by living creatures. All right. But as the purveyor of death and destruction, this man is playing his part, man. Okay. Let's get this. The devil we know, because this is another support. This is because it's needful and it's effective to back up claims with support. Okay, and different examples. And here's fucking one of the greatest crimes of humanity right here, done by Esau Edom in the form of Teflon. It's what otherwise known as forever chemicals. All right, some highly toxic shit that causes birth defects. Okay, that's why those women over there in West Virginia were having Quasimodos and shit. Okay, or their children were dropping dead out the womb. Okay, or a shit ton of cases they didn't even fucking make it to term and all that. All right, deformities of the yang, all kind of other diseases and conditions that this caused to the inhabitants of the nearby Slovakia, the nearby area, towns and shit, near this DuPont plant. All right, where they were testing and fucking manufacturing products with Teflon. Okay, and this is DuPont, one of the elites of this regime. All right, the so-called Illuminati. That's one of the bloodlines of the DuPonts, man. It was one of them families. Um, and it's what's known in the scriptures as the secret council of the workers of iniquity. All right, the modern day Chaldeans. See, there's always been that clandestine group of people that ran the entire pretty much system. Okay, that ran the shit. Okay, and it was in the shadows. That's why they call it the deep state, shadow government, and all that shit. Absolutely. Everyone else are fucking puppets. But you had the DuPonts. It was DuPont, the company, and 3M. Okay, that was responsible for exposing this Teflon into the environment, which check it out, is now present in 99.7% of Americans, man. Okay, because it's now spread out throughout the entire earth, really, with all this man's invention, and it talks about that in the scriptures. So who is this man? All right, where and who is he? All right, the scriptures tell you the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. The wicked synonymous with the line of Esau, Edom, the Edomites. Okay, which are modern day Caucasians. Okay, so this is the seed line. This is the wicked sea line, all right, and nation. As aforementioned, when you look at this motherfucker's track record, that's completely grimied and blemished and fucking overflown with, with acts of destruction into the environment, man. Look what he said when after he created the A bomb and all that, and all those what they call weapons of mass destruction. Who created that? All right, and to this day is really the forerunners of that. And of all weapons, as it says in the scripture, this man is the Most High sword. So he's the main weapons manufacturer and inventor and user. Okay, but these forever chemicals that don't like it said, because the half life, its half life is too damn high. Of shit like Teflon and these other toxic ass chemicals, the half life is too long for it to just dissipate out of the environment, and then it's constantly being made and and implemented. Okay, this is in Isaiah 24:5. It started the fourth verse actually. The earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, and broken the everlasting covenant. Okay, so the earth, and not just the inhabitants, but the earth itself, is is actually languishing, meaning to lose or lack vitality. All right, so it's actually being drained. Its life force is being drained. Okay, to the point of destruction, and that's why it says, if the Most High didn't intervene, there would be no flesh left to be saved. All right, because when you look at the concept of languishing, it's likened into a life bar that gets drained on eventually. That it when something is fading away and languishing, there's a point at which it's no more, where it's completely destroyed. But the scriptures say that if there would be no flesh left to be saved if the Most High didn't intervene. Okay. Matthew 24:22, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Okay. And let's see why the earth is in this state. It says because the earth is also defiled under the inhabitants thereof. And when you look at who is the top nation on the planet right now, based on who has everyone else under subjection, it's the so-called white man, undoubtedly. All right. Esau, Edom, the devil the Bible speaks of, has the world in derision. Okay. He has the 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 earth by a strangle grip, and he's done so. When you look at his conquering campaign, slaughtering campaign that he went on, when he went across the earth, okay, when he put down everyone, even just in the last, 500-600 years, All right. So the inhabitants, you could say, defiled under the inhabitants by the ones who are in management of this fucking place, which is Esau, Edom, and his progeny, fucking the modern day, current day Edomites. All right. So called fucking white man, woman, and child. Says because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Okay? It's because they're not following the laws of the Most High. As we just read about tritium, his usages for that shit. And when you look at what Teflon was for, it's just so shit didn't fucking stick on the pan. All right, real trivial applications were the need was very trivial, meaning it was the need was very it the Salakia, man, it's fucking Satan, but the the risk and the harm and the detriment that it had on the human body was far outweighed the the convenience that the whatever application of that chemical provided. Okay. For example, a pan that doesn't stick, that food doesn't stick to, you're the convenience of not having to scrub, because that was the whole selling point for that Teflon. You won't have to sit there and fucking and scrub the shit out of the pan and the pot anymore, because you have the Teflon. Okay, not having to scrub upon pan is not a fair trade for having forever chemicals in your system, or to have your son come out like Quasimodo. All right, or drop dead. You or you yourself drop fucking dead, like he says in this man's side effects, and on a mad catalog of this nigga's pharmaceuticals and other type shit can cause death. All right, side effects leading up to fucking you croaking. All right. So this guy's indeed an unprofitable ruler. All right, and a fucking retard at that, a base man. All right, because he's completely butchered. Just completely defied everything the Most High is about. All right, and that he commanded and set up for man. This is in Jeremiah 50 and 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How has Babylon become a desolation among the nations? So Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is indeed the hammer of the whole earth, meaning the one that has destroyed and broken it up. Okay, more than any other people on the planet. And it's a very it's an extremely shameful thing unto anyone that is the culprit of that. That is extremely shameful, and they know it. They know it when you speak about it, when they hear it. All right, it is the fucking disdain. Is this disdain of eternity. It is the this disdain of the universe, man. Of this motherfucker, what he has done. He is guilty, and he's in massive trouble. Okay, what he's gone through the earth doing, and only the Most High knows what he's been doing, man. He'll take a boatload of 55-gallon drums of toxic nuclear waste. And because, he can't dump it in the backyard of the plant because it'll burn a hole through the fucking, it'll burn a fucking hole through the ground into the goddamn, earth. Okay? So he'll go and take a boatload of 55-gallon drums of that shit, and he'll dump it off the coast in a remote part of the ocean somewhere. Okay? A goddamn demon, man. And that's just along the lines of staying in the same category of this destruction that he does of dumping chemical waste, or if he even the accidental shit like Chernobyl, okay, which was one of the single greatest disasters in human history. All right, when it could have completely destroyed the entire eastern hemisphere over there. Okay. And so this man is indeed the hammer of the whole earth. That he's eventually going to be broken. He's going to be destroyed utterly. Okay. Daniel 4:17 said, "This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the bases of men." Okay? So Esau, Edom, so-called white man, is the most morally base creature this planet has ever seen. Okay? When you go into his propensities, his destructive qualities and characteristics that he's prone to at birth, all right? That when you go into what this man, woman, and child is prone unto, filth and abominations, all right? He's the most morally repugnant. He is the most morally base and low person in this universe, man. All right? And the Most High has done this to show his power. He set him up. He said the lowest motherfucker, was one that's lower than an animal. He set him up in the primary, the top position on the planet. Okay, he's given him authority of the earth. And look what he's done with the place, man. All right. And it's the intent is to show that this learning point, all right, how much of a multifaceted lesson it's going to be in the kingdom, to see that this definitely was not the way. The way that Esau ran shit down here was absolutely thousand. You know what I'm saying? Was not the way shit was supposed to be run. Okay. And to see that stark contrast in the kingdom, that's why you could see the purposes of the Heavenly Father for setting this piece of shit up and making him go so hard in wickedness. Just so when we see that contrast in the kingdom, okay, that renewed state, and then having the foreknowledge of how it was, to know that, man, this is how it's supposed to be, all right? And now at that point, the, the entire world knows fuck. They're gonna be in complete rejoicing. Okay, as it said, the earth is in mourning under the hand of the wicked. When the wicked rejoice are in rule. Romans 9 and 22. What if the Most High is willing to show His wrath and to make His power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction? And what he means by endureth is that He allowed him to be in authority of the earth. He allowed him to be the top nation at this current time. All right. He is the one who put it in him to go across the earth conquering. Okay. But it was only for a little season. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 7. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. All right. So this basis of men that the Most High setteth up over this place, that He let have authority over the earth, is going to be fucking snatched clear out of the rulership seat, off of his high hill, off the throne, man. All right. It even talks about Yahushai metaphorically having the crowns of all the kings of the earth. All right. Well, this is going to be the top crown, the upon the head of Esau, Edom, who indeed has the other nations in the earth in subjugation, primarily due to his military might, from his ability to bomb you to fucking back, right? Or use bio weapons on you, or any other plethora of his weapons of destruction. Okay. Finishing off in Revelations 11 and 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. Okay? So, the hammer of the whole earth, the main perpetrators of destruction and death on this planet, man, are going to be destroyed utterly. All right? These are the assurances that we have in the scriptures, that we went precept after precept of the Most High taking this man out. All right? The wicked, the hammer of the earth, the basis of men. All right? The mystery of iniquity. Okay? The destroyer of the earth. The Most High is setting up just an unspeakable. The words are becoming lost on us, because the sheer fucking just intensity level of destruction, the intensity level of fucking annihilation is going to be off the charts for this man. Okay? For what he does and has continued to do on the earth. Going back into this segment of what's being exposed on a highly frequent basis at this moment in time. Like it says, shameful spewing shall be upon this nigga's glory, you know. that the son of perdition shall be revealed. All right, that man of sin. Who is that? Okay, and it's being known that this is the devil the Bible speaks of. All right, the devil we know. So with that, all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, Shem Kadash, for ushering in these times, man, which is indeed the very the preceding moments before the storm, the very last moments before the destruction, man. All right, call Allah Yahweh Shem Yahushai.